Hello, community. Welcome to another week of Nirvana's market watch list. So, we're going to be looking at assets in the currency, the crypto, the commodities, the indices, and in the stock markets. Let's get to it. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's get to it. It's the start of the week. I have my charts drawn up. I have my watch list ready already. Ready already. I have my watch list ready. So let's have a look at this watch list and see what I have for my market direction and why I feel or why I'm strongly inclined towards that market direction. So, on the first on my list is Nikkei. Nikkei stock looking really bullish. Market direction for me on this asset is bullish. Nikkei is bullish. Nikkei is strongly bullish. Nikkei has crossed the Bollinger Band. Nikkei is looking like it doesn't want to slow down. It's paining me because I need a retracement on this asset on the daily for a good entry point. But you can see back to back to back to back, Nikkei has been bullish, and then Nikkei is wanting to do upside forever. Hopefully, it retraces and gives us a very good entry point, and we jump on that bus and move up with Nikkei. But bullish on Nikkei, strongly bullish on Nikkei this coming week. Same sentiment for Nvidia. Same sentiment for this asset, which is currently the most valuable company in the world right now in terms of market cap. $5 trillion met billion trillion, yeah, trillion. $5 trillion met last week on Nvidia. Company looking really bullish, and then currently the number one stock by market cap valuation in the world. Nvidia, $5 trillion crossed last week. Pre-market's looking good for Nvidia, and as you can see, Nvidia was really bullish last week. Did a bit of retracement, has crossed the Bollinger Band, which is currently a concern for me because it seems to be driving very powerful to the upside. Let's see how the monthly is looking. Monthly too has really crossed the Bollinger Band, so a bit careful on this asset Nvidia, but I'm bullish on Nvidia. Hopefully, it gives a decent retracement this week in the stock market, and then that leads to a good entry point for me within the daily. So next on my list is Tesla. Tesla, bullish on Tesla. Weekly looks good. Last week looked good, bullish. You can see on my chart, decent space to the Bollinger Band, stochastic not overbought. So hopefully Tesla gives me the entry point I'm looking for this week, and ride on that bus. So next on my list is Google. Google bullish on Google for this week. So next on my list is Meta. Meta, oh my god, Meta is bearish. I'm bearish on Meta. You don't need anyone to tell you that Meta had a very bearish move and bearish momentum last week. Pre-market looks to be giving some bullish momentum, a little bit of bullish momentum, but it will take a lot to convince me that Meta wants to go back to the upside. So bearish sentiment for Meta. Hopefully, this bullish move pre-market plays out to be the retracement I need for the entry points on Meta for this week. So next on my list is Microsoft. Microsoft, I'm bearish. Microsoft seem to have been ranging on the weekly, which you can see on my charts. But last week did a very interesting bullish move, crossed the Bollinger. The bearish guys brought it down, retraced the beats, and also formed a very good bearish candlestick last week. So I'm bearish on Meta, on Microsoft. A bit of concern though, because this bearish move could be played out to be part of this Meta Microsoft's weekly range, but market sentiment for me is bearish. I'm bearish on Meta, and hopefully it gives me the entry points. Oh my god, I'm looking for. Look at Amazon, guys. Look at pre-market for Amazon. I'm bullish on Amazon. I am. Woo, wow. Amazon is flying. Pre-market is really, really up there. So next on my list is senior man gold. So gold didn't really have market direction for gold as of the start of this week. You can see on my notes here I have onshore, but if I were to be inclined on market direction for gold, I would say I'm bullish on gold for this week. That's not just guesswork, guys. That's because silver gave a very, very good bullish candlestick formation on the weekly last week. So, um, inclined bullish on gold, confirmed bullish on silver for this week. So let's get to the FX pairs, and what do we have first on our list? Euro USD bearish. Euro USD has crossed the Bollinger Band. Euro USD is hopefully going to retrace, and Euro USD would hopefully give me the entry point I'm looking for to get into a trade this week. So next is USD JPY bullish. Same sentiment for Euro USD has crossed the Bollinger Band. Hopeful for a decent retracement this week. Monday, Tuesday, basically, and then Wednesday gives me that entry point. Wednesday, Thursday gives me that entry point I'm looking for on this assets. So next is USD card bullish. Next, Euro AUD bearish. I'm bearish on Euro AUD, guys. So Euro AUD, a bit of concern because of this ranging vibes this asset seem to have been given. But last week was bearish, really, really bearish. This was a very, very sharp bearish move. I need I need some decent formation of a bearish candlestick for Euro USD this week to be really confirm the market direction. But in terms of sentiment on this asset, I'm bearish. I'm bearish. It's crossed the Bollinger, but not really a major concern because I would see how Euro AUD plays out. Hopefully, Monday, Tuesday gives me more clarity on if this current weekly move is going to play out to be a retracement or Euro AUD wants to leave me behind and continue his bearish move. So next on my list is GBP AUD. GBP AUD, I'm bearish on this asset. Broke out the Bollinger solid bearish candlestick last week. I'm going to see this bullish move as a retracement on the daily, and hopefully it meets the entry confirmation I'm looking for my setup. So what next? What next? Is that the last on my list? Okay, last on my list. Where did I stop, guys? Okay, GBP. So second to the last on my list is Euro GBP. So I'm bullish on this assets. Um, I'll see this move as a reaction to the Bollinger, and this current weekly move as a retracement on the daily. Let's see what's happening on GBP. Yes, as a retracement on the daily, and hopefully, when I have my levels drawn up and set up, it gives me the entry points for the bullish momentum continuation that I'm looking for. So currently, sentiment for me, technical analysis sentiment for me on this FX pair, Euro GBP, is bullish. And finally, last but not the least, GBP Canadian dollar. I'm bearish on GBP Canadian dollar. I'm bearish but careful on GBP Canadian dollar. Very, very solid bearish candlesticks 2 weeks ago, last week on the weekly. Current week seem to be giving some bullish vibes, some bullish whining, but I will still see this as a retracement back into a potential trade confirmation zone on the daily. So Have your setup drawn up, guys, and let's get to it. All right, thank you very much for hanging with us. Do well to follow us across all socials. Have a great week. Stay profitable.